Welcome back. We've all heard the stories about how tough the current housing market is these days, but we have some answers for you. Joining me now is Danielle, the owner of Wild Buck Realty. All right, let's talk about this crazy housing market. I don't even know where to begin.
Well, it can be very complicated, especially if you're not doing it every day. But right now what we're seeing is that we have a lot of people moving from places like California to Colorado, and they have plenty of equity within their homes out there. And so what they're doing is they're coming here and they're paying cash. And what they're able to do, unfortunately, is bid well over asking price. So how do you compete, right? This is the question I get asked all the time. How do you compete? And it's just very simply you have to know the market, you have to understand where you're going, have a great agent who understands what you're looking for, and be able to apply all of those things together.
And jump on that property when you like it, right?
Yes, don't hesitate, don't delay, don't think about it overnight, just be ready to pull the trigger.
Boom, let's do it. All right, Wild Buck Realty, let's talk, what a great name. I mean, that's a fun name to say.
Thank you. It was my husband and I were watching The Crush with Lee and Tiffany. We're avid hunters, and I was just kind of thinking, how do I capture the essence of Colorado? What is going to really be different than the typical big brokerage names? And so we were watching this hunting show, and I thought, you know what? Wild Buck sounds really fun, and it's very fun because people always call it Buck Wild.
Oh, well, that's another way to do it.
Yeah,
that's a little different. But hey, they got that part of the name in there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And you've got a Wild Buck truck. We were talking actually about your truck before we came on here. You got to tell me more about it.
Okay, well, first off, thanks for having outside parking because it's lifted. So I have a 2500 diesel 2021 GMC. And it's got a 6-inch lift on 37 tires. All of my daily drivers are diesel trucks. And it's my clients love it because I don't pull up to sell their house in a typical Beamer, or a Range Rover. I pull up and it's got flags on the back of it, and it's just very patriotic, and it works well because I don't just sell houses in the city. I sell houses out in the country on farmland, and so dirt road drive-ins, kind of one of my jams. Love to do that, and you just have to have an off-road vehicle for all of Colorado's weather.
Hey, listen, that is the kind of vehicle that will handle any type of weather here in this state.
Anything,
that is for sure. Well, it kind of leads to the next question. That is really how your company is different from other companies, other than the vehicle you use to take people to show homes, right?
Yeah. We actually follow legislation pretty closely. And so what we like to do is make sure that we're on top of everything from tax laws, changes in tax code for properties, but also right now I think I get a lot of questions about urban camping and what that means for property values, crime statistics. And so we kind of make sure that we are fully focused on everything that's happening in Colorado, not just home and market sales, so that we can apply those when we're looking at houses. Especially because so many people do come from out of state and they make offers sight unseen. You would want to know if you had an urban campsite in your front yard. And so we make sure that we're on top of that. But also we focus on the buyers that people don't want to take, the first-time low-income home buyers that need those down payment grants. We make sure that we cater to them as well, and we give them a full service when they come to Wild Buck.
Let's talk about those first-time home buyers. We don't want to leave them out. You actually specialize in these type of, buyers out there. And don't think that you can't still buy a home just because the market is as crazy as it is, right?
Absolutely. So I spent the first 10 years of my life in criminal justice teaching verbal de-escalation to first responders on how to safely de-escalate psych patients. And let me tell you, it transfers over to real estate really well. My negotiation skills are on point. But with that, what we do is I take these clients who want to stop renting and they want to start buying, and we have a very deep understanding of the grant programs that are available to them. And so most people don't know that they can get into a house for $1,000 down. And we partner with phenomenal lenders to make this happen. So it's really about understanding what resources are out there and then how to properly apply them.
Well, Danielle, we appreciate you having here. Thanks so much. All right, don't settle for anyone else for all your real estate needs. Give Wild Buck Realty a call today. Here's the number, 720-938-0787. Or you can visit their website at wildbuckrealty.com to schedule your free evaluation. Wild Buck Realty paid for today's segment.